So, ever since I got back into the Super Mario Brothers series, I always have found a lot of videos on YouTube telling about some different challenges you can do in the games. One is by a YouTuber named Mayro. I'll have a link to his channel in the description. And he makes a bunch of different videos on challenges to do in Mario games that he does. However, I wanted to try, one of the videos he made was, can you beat New Super Mario Brothers Wii on the Wii while saving every enemy? And I want to try this, but in the one and only original Mario Brothers on the NES from 1985. So I'll explain the rules. First of all, enemies cannot die. Just saying, if Mario steps on a Goomba, which you can see on the screen is the mushroom, he will get flattened and he'll get killed. However, if the Goombas walk off the screen without Mario harming them, then it does not count as a death. We also cannot harm the characters by using superstars, big mushrooms, ourselves, or fire flowers, as it'll count as a death. In Mayro's video talking about New Super Mario Brothers Wii, the characters falling into the pits that are in the earth does not count as a death, since to the game, they're still alive, they're just off screen and have despawned, which is actually what it's called when characters go off the screen. If you step on a Koopa Troopa and it goes into its shell, that does not count as a death, and if you destroy the wing on a Paratroopa, it does not count as a death either. As well as an enemy falling into lava does count as a death because it's lava. Also, characters can get affected by the flag. But anyway, let's see if we can do this. World 1-1 is a pretty simple level. There are just a few Goombas and Koopa Troopas that are easily avoidable, and I would recommend getting power-ups and one-ups and coins. Power-ups are kind of useless in this, but they can save you just in case you're big and then you get hit by an enemy, you'll just shrink, you won't die. World 1-2 can be a little tricky. First of all, it starts off pretty simple, but eventually these two Koopa Troopas walking next to each other come up to each other. You have to be really careful not to, even if you step on one, their shell could be hit into another. Then a bunch of Koopa Troopas and Goombas come really close to each other. You have to be really careful when jumping in the middle of them not to get killed by them or kill them. There are some really low walls that can push you down onto the enemies, killing them, so you have to be careful of that. PB Piranhas, which are the chomping flowers, can be easily avoided though, since they can only be killed by fire flowers and superstars. And then after that, you can pretty much finish the level off and get into the warp zone and teleport yourself to World 4. So there you go, World 1 has been completed. Now you get to 4-1. This level is annoying in general, with Lakitu throwing spinies down at you, but as long as you're fast, you don't really need to get at a lot of things in this level. You can basically avoid the spinies. There are some PB Piranhas that can get in your way, and Lakitu flies away when you get to the flag, so it's totally fine. However, once you get to World 4-2, the problem train starts. First of all, at the beginning of the level, there are these 3 Goombas that come from the right of the screen in this enclosed area. The problem with this part is that if you hit the ceiling will push you down, forcing you to kill one of the Goombas. And there you go, the end. It's not possible to beat Super Mario Brothers while killing every enemy. Can I go home now? Yes? No? Why? Oh well. Anyway, I found a way around this. The Goombas can spawn before this little ledge goes off screen, and while staying there, the Goombas can fall into the pit below you without being harmed, and then you can finish the level that way. After that, there's no other enemies to worry about. Then there's a secret warp zone that you can activate by hitting a block, opening up a beanstalk. You can either activate these 2 secret blocks to get up there, or use the thing coming down to get onto the beanstalk. And after that, you'll come to this little area at the top with a bunch of mushrooms and coins, but no enemies to worry about. But then you can get into the warp zone, and to that, you've completed World 4. So, good job. And take the warp zone to World 8, and there you go. 8-1 is where everything starts to kind of go normal again. There are groups of Goombas and a lot of Koopa Troopas that can be easily hit, as well as some Paratroopas that do, and a lot of the enemies, including the Paratroopas, do like to jump into the pits, but again, like I said earlier, it does not count as a death to the game, so you don't have to worry about it that much. Besides some PB Piranhas slowing you down, you can pretty much speedrun this level. Just be really careful with some of the jumps and avoid some, like, a Paratroopa landing on you. 8-2 requires a little more skill. It doesn't really matter about the enemies dying, though. I mean, you can still run pretty far throughout the level. There are some paratroopers that do like to jump into the pits. And there are bullet bills that do appear in this level, and they can be really annoying. But you just gotta go really fast, and if you do that, you're pretty much golden. There are some jumps like the one right here that can take a little while to make. And there are some secret pipes in a lot of the levels that can skip a lot of the parts of the levels that you can use. So I still would recommend doing that, but after that, you can pretty much finish up the level. 8-3 is a little more challenging again. There are some paratroopers and bullet bills that are pretty easy to avoid, and peewee piranhas. However, there's a ton of hammer bros in this level that can be really annoying. Sure, it's not worrying about them killing you, it's more worrying about running, so you gotta get past them really fast. I know, I'm tempted to kill them too, but whatever. You can eventually pass this wall area with a bunch of other hammer bros, but if you're fast, you can get under them and avoid the hammers, and that way, after making these pretty difficult jumps, you can pretty much finish off the level, and you get to Bowser's final castle. So congratulations to you! 8-4, let's go! This level, again, requires a lot of skill to get through. There are a ton of peewee piranhas, buggy beetles, Koopa Troopas, paratroopers, and Goombas that throw up the level, as well as jumping cheeps that will show up later on. Again, this is just more planning and skill, and there are a lot of secret pipes you can go through that'll help you get further throughout the castle. And it looks pretty straightforward. I think we're good. Uh-oh, I found a problem. These two paratroopers jump into the lava. Easy fix though, as long as you're fast, you can get them off screen and despawn them before they can fall into the lava or damage their wings, turning them into Koopa Troopas, and that way, save you. After going into this pipe after the jumping cheeps, you'll get into this room with bloopers and fire rods and you'll be swimming. As long as you're fast though, you can pass all of them without a problem. I know, I hate bloopers too. I know. Anyway, after that, it's pretty simple though. Run past these peewee piranhas and a hammer bro, and you'll come to Bowser throwing hammers, not hammer bros. And as long as you can get under him, you can hit the axe and make him fall into the lava. And that does not count as a death, and then you save Princess Peach. So congratulations to you. You have successfully completed the game. So, is it possible to beat Super Mario Brothers on the Nintendo Entertainment System from 1985 while saving every enemy? Yes. Is it possible to like and subscribe? Yes. Okay, I'm being a little too snappy there, but whatever. I hope you really enjoyed this video. It was really fun to make, and there's a lot of planning, and I thought it was really fun to change it up a bit. Anyway, you know what? Let's just get to the outro.